Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good evening. Honorable Datuk Sri Taqiyuddin bin Hassan, Minister of Energy and Natural Resources and Chairperson of the 4th Asia Ministerial Conference on Tiger Conservation, His Excellency Mr. Leonpo Yeshe Penjor, Minister of Agriculture and Forests, Bhutan, and Chairman of Global Tiger Forum. Excellencies Ministers from Tiger Range countries, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Malaysia is proud to be the first Southeast Asian Tiger Range country to host an Asia Ministerial Conference on Tiger Conservation since the first Global Tiger Summit was conducted 12 years ago in Russia. It is indeed an honor to officiate the 4th Asia Ministerial Conference on Tiger Conservation, or AMC4. Malaysia recognizes AMC4 as a major preparatory forum for the second Global Tiger Summit, which will be held again in Russia. On behalf of the Government of Malaysia, I would like to express my gratitude to Excellencies Ministers and distinguished senior officials from Tiger Range countries for your supports and participation, as well as acknowledge instrumental efforts of our co-host, the Global Tiger Forum, in making this event possible. Year 2022, the Year of the Tiger, is expected to bring with it new energy, one that is brave, confident, and display great level of willpower. I hope this AMC4 meeting, which brings together Tiger Range countries and partners, would harness this new energy in our pursuit to strengthen cooperation on tiger conservation. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, tigers have always been revered in many cultures across Asia as a symbol of bravery, power, and valor. It is extremely unfortunate that the future of these majestic creatures are at stake due to men's doing, such as poaching, illegal wildlife trade, and land use changes, among others. Population of tigers have plunged to less than 4,000 worldwide. This inadequate figure includes the critically endangered Malayan tiger, a symbol of Malaysia's strength and resilience, which adorns our national coat of arms, or Jata Negara. Based on the first National Tiger Survey conducted from 2016 to 2020, less than 150 Malayan tigers are left in the wild. Experts predict that the Malayan tiger will vanish within 5 to 10 years if strategic actions are not put in place immediately. Therefore, the Malayan tiger has been afforded the highest level of protection in our legislation. Totally protected species under the Wildlife Conservation Act 2010 and Appendix 1 under the International Trade in Endangered Species Act 2008. Provisions in the Wildlife Conservation Act 2010 were strengthened and passed by the Parliament in December 2021. Also, the Cabinet on 16 June 2021 had agreed on 9 extraordinary actions for the conservation of the Malayan tiger from 2021 to 2030. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Other successful tiger conservation initiatives include the award-winning Operasi Bersepadu Khazanah (OBK), as well as the Biodiversity Protections and Patrolling Programs (BP3). Under these two programs, 167 wildlife criminals were arrested for smuggling goods worth 36 million ringgit. The Greening Malaysia agenda through the 100 million tree planting campaign from 2021 to 2025 was successful as well. Approximately 26.21 million trees from 993 species were planted under the program as of January 2022. Meanwhile, tiger ranging states in Malaysia have collectively committed to conserve Malayan tiger and its habitats during the National Tiger Conservation Task Force (MyTTF) meeting, which I chaired recently. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, tiger conservation is costly to execute. Adequate, substantial, technical and financial resources are needed for effective implementation. Hence, it is crucial for resource mobilization and sustainable financial mechanism to be put in place. Recognizing the important role of state governments, the federal government has introduced the Ecological Fiscal Transfer for Biodiversity Conservation (EFT) to incentivize state governments to protect and expand tiger habitats. I'm delighted to announce a total of 130 million has been disbursed to state governments through EFT since 2019. On the international front, Malaysia takes its commitment to tiger conservation and biodiversity conservation seriously. We are proud to be party to an extensive list of biodiversity-related multilateral conventions, including the Convention of Biological Diversity (CBD) and Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Flora and Fauna, or CITES. Malaysia is also collaborating with various international agencies to combat illegal wildlife trade, including the ASEAN Working Group on CITES and Wildlife Enforcement (AWG CITES and WE), and the International Criminal Police Organization Interpol. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the loss of tigers knows no geographical, cultural and political boundaries. In this time of need, let us, as the tiger range countries and partners, work together in the spirit of a world family to save our tigers. For this reason, Malaysia is proposing to adopt the Kuala Lumpur Joint Statement on Tiger Conservation. The 13 points joint statements would support implementation of actions within the Southeast Asia Tiger Recovery Action Plan, or STRAP, based on agreed priorities to recover and boost tiger population in potential tiger habitats within Southeast Asia. The adoption of the Kuala Lumpur Joint Statement, STRAP and resource mobilization strategy will provide tiger range countries a means to set realistic, actionable targets in their bid to achieve tiger recovery goals. Meanwhile, the financial resource mobilization assessment is to be further deliberated by member countries. It would include financing plans for tiger conservation, which Southeast Asian countries may use when implementing tiger conservation efforts. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before I end my speech, I would like to reiterate Malaysia's firm pledge to protect tiger and its habitats that was made in the St. Petersburg Declaration 2010. Malaysia will continue to strengthen its tiger conservation efforts and support various global initiatives, including those recommended through the AMC4. I applaud significant contribution of partners for the implementations of National Tiger Action Plans and Global Tiger Recovery Program, or GTRP. On that note, it gives me great pleasure to officiate the 4th Asia Ministerial Conference on Tiger Conservation and declare the adoption of the Kuala Lumpur Joint Statement on Tiger Conservation. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you and stay safe.